The most important question now. New York pizza or Chicago deep dish pizza?
Like I as a avid marathon runner,
I get it, but I don't like it's something about the taste of the crust.
and a lot of people are gonna like whatever their local flavor is. It's
I
like a
just don't
pan.
like my pizza where
When it comes to pizza, I'm a big fan. I love pizza.
What happens when three runners
from different parts of the country
with different running stories
all get together?
pure
RunTok
madness
So listen in as we talk about all things running related.
and some things that maybe aren't running related.
as it's bound to be a good time. This is
Run
Talk
Talk Live.
Hey, what is up? Welcome to episode 61 of RunTok Live. We got a big episode here because a lot's been going on. We haven't been with you guys for a while, but since we have, of course, it's been fall marathon season. So when it's fall marathon season, everybody's busy all the time. Carolyn, our New York City Broadway star, who's always in New York doing another fun race, knocked out the New York City Marathon this past weekend. If you didn't see it on her Instagram or her TikTok, then she's going to tell you all about it right now, right, Carolyn?
Yeah. Oh my God. Hardest marathon of my life. Like when people say that New York City is one of the hardest of the majors or the 6 stars, I was like, you know what? It's fine. I'll train hills. No. Nothing compares you for the bridges. Nothing compares you for the Fifth Avenue climb up to Central Park, and nothing compares you to getting passed by a banana at mile 25. Nothing.
I did see somebody on, I think it was Twitter, that said, I outkicked the guy who pins the bib to his skin. Screw him.
Oh my gosh.
He was just like, yeah, screw that guy.
Yes. So, I've never struggled that much in a marathon before, and maybe it was because I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning and didn't start the race until 10:55. But it got hot really fast. The bridges were really tough. Like, I saw so many people. I walked the Queensboro Bridge, first of all. I was just, it was a lot. Like, in Brooklyn, super hilly. I felt strong the first maybe 13.1. And then after that, I was like, I'm walking. I don't care. I'll suck it up. But yeah, as soon as I got into Central Park, it got easier. Ronald McDonald was right behind me. Literally, like, the announcer, like, we got into Central Park, and the announcer was like, oh, it's Ronald McDonald. I love McDonald's. I was like, F that. And I, like, got back to go marathon pace.
Not getting passed by Ronald McDonald.
Oh, I was peed. I was like, you know what? A banana can pass me, and I'll get over it, but not freaking Ronald McDonald, man. Like, no.
Yeah. At the finish line, you gotta be like, dude, hook me up with a Coke. Like, I need a Coke.
I know.
Right now.
I know. Yeah. And I bawled at the finish line. And I usually don't cry after races unless I'm like completely just over it. But New York City was so emotional, and I saw the finish line and just burst into tears because it's just so, like, that race. Like, people, New York will move you. Yeah, it will. It was just 2 million people spectating. The silent mile on Queensboro, when we're all just like pushing each other through that mile, and then coming down into Manhattan and just hearing a roar of the crowd. It was magical.
would you do it again?
No, but not the reason you would think. No, I would not do it again, but it's not because I didn't like it. It just literally, it took everything out of me. Like, I've never had to fight that hard for a marathon, and I don't think I'm ever going to have to fight that hard again. And it just literally, the crowd kept me going for the whole, 26. Like, even when I wanted to get up or give up, even when I wanted to step off, like, that marathon, like, I regret nothing. Like, I had the best experience, and it just reminded me, like, why I run marathons, like why you train, like why, you feel like shit halfway through the race and you're like, well, I guess I'll keep going, like I'm getting the medal. But no, that marathon literally was the best experience of my life. So
You rarely hear people say, "Oh, I'm going to go to New York to try to PR the
right.
marathon." And then none of
Yeah.
the elites go to New York to attempt to break the world record. That's always
No.
Chicago, right?
Yeah.
Chicago's
Yeah.
there to go try to break the record.
Right.
Winning time this year for New York was about 208 something.
It was way slower than the major, and that tells you like literally everybody was struggling. Like multiple profession or pros pulled out of the race. Like it's freaking hard. It was hot, but I don't know. Like it was the first marathon that I didn't run for a time. I was like, I mean the first 13.1 I did, but then I was like, this is hard. I'm not going to PR. And I don't want to hate the marathon after this experience. So yeah.
Let's just highlight Carolyn McDuff-Lemingway
Mm-hmm.
did beat 30,768 runners. I did the math. Because you
That's
came in
over half.
28,373. There were 59,141 finishers. So you beat over 30,000 runners.
Isn't that wild?
21, which is still a good time considering you didn't run to race it the second half of that race, right?
Right. My first half, so the plan was to even split. So I was going in, I was trying for a 3:48-ish. So I ran the first half in a 1:56, which I thought was pretty impressive considering all the hills in Brooklyn. But then after that, I was just done. I felt so fatigued and I was like, and I told myself, I said, if I'm not having fun, I'm not like, just forget about a time. And I did not run for a time and I have no regrets.
The most important question now: New York pizza or Chicago deep dish pizza?
New York. Only because New York slices are way bigger. I want the bigger pizza.
But the Chicago deep dish is like thick, like
it's thick. So
that's like a
But
full
I don't know. I don't
can't
like
have more than like I as a avid marathon runner, like I struggle to eat more than one deep dish slice. Like that's how beefy those Chicago deep dish pizzas are.
I get it, but I don't like it's something about the taste of the crust. I'm like a texture person, and the crust, is kind of like glazed and stuff. I'm like, I don't know how I feel. But Brooklyn style pizza is a newish style of pizza, and that's the one with like it's a mix between like a thick crust and a thin crust. It's hard to explain. It's like really doughy. That is one I recommend.
Sounds
I
like
just don't like my pizza where I pick it up and it like flops down like a
God, no, I can't
and
do
just
it.
grease drips off. Makes me think, what's that Ben Stiller movie? I think where he like, I want to say there's something about Polly. I think that's what it was. Where he dabs the grease with this paper, like his friend takes all the grease off Ben Stiller's pizza and puts it on his because he loves the grease. Like that's New York pizza is all. And I lived in New York for 12 years.
Yeah.
I'm not a New York pizza guy.
I feel you. And I feel like a lot of the places in New York City that everybody goes to are like super overhyped. And like Joe's Pizza, I love, was featured in Spider-Man. Everybody goes to Joe's, but it is literally a grease pit. Like there's a lot of other better pizza places.
I think that and we talk about other things in running here on this podcast, so this is perfectly valid. But when it comes to pizza, I'm a big fan, right? Like I love pizza, and when it comes to the different styles of pizza, I think they just all have a different kind of place, really. Like I'm gonna eat whatever I got available, and a lot of people are gonna like whatever their local flavor is. I love a New York style pizza because I'm a big pepperoni fan. So New York style, they like to slap those fat pepperonis on there, and I love it. But I also love cheese. And when it comes to cheese, that's where Chicago deep dish is supreme. So, like I said, I think every one of them. We have a local chain around here in my area called Bob's, and that's my favorite pizza, hands down. And again, it's my local chain, and I love it. It's like a German style pizza, but it's delicious. So everybody's got their own thing, and I think that there isn't a bad style of pizza. It's just whatever your preference is, whatever you like more than the other.
Agreed with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I even like the old rectangle pizza that we got in school. I miss those things. If I could get a case of rectangle pizza to put in my freezer, I would do it.
If you're willing to go to a chain place, Little Caesar still does rectangle pizza. So.
Do they? I didn't know. We got a Little Caesars. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're Detroit style pizza.
But. Okay, so yeah, like their Detroit style pizza. Yeah, they have a really good, deep, like real deep dish Detroit style stuffed crust that they used to do. I don't think they do it anymore. We had to like special order it for a long time, but that is probably my favorite pizza of all time. That was so good.
But going back to your marathon, Carolyn, I think the highlight of your marathon should not be that you didn't run the time that you wanted. It should be that you beat out 30,768 runners. You also beat out, I even wrote down some celebrities that ran that race. You beat out Anthony Ramos, if you know who he is. I know him as the new Transformer actor.
I know him. No, he plays in Hamilton. He plays two characters in Hamilton. It's plays Hamilton's son in the second act, right? And then he plays who's the person that he plays in the first? Anyway, yeah, Anthony Ramos. Good job beating Anthony Ramos.
I know, and I was trying to run into him on course because but he ended up being in a different. He was in my wave, so I was wave 4, but he was in a different color, and
so he didn't pull a full on Harry Styles.
No, and that was really right because a lot of influencers did pull the "Hey, you know who I am" card and started earlier. Harry Styles, I don't think ran.
He did not.
But no, Anthony ran with Des Linden. So
you also beat out. I don't know if you're going to know. If you know this name, Carolyn, I will be impressed, and I will value you for your inner nerd. Okay. Oliver Phelps.
I know the name.
Do you know who Oliver Phelps is, Chase?
Oliver Phelps.
It makes me familiar. What am I missing?
Up, Carolyn.
Oh my God! Wait! Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Oh, okay.
He's one of the Weasley brothers. He's one of the.
Oh my gosh!
You beat out.
Suck it, Oliver.
You beat out Phil. I forgot his last name, but he used to be or is the Amazing Race host.
Amazing. Okay.
But this was his first marathon. You beat him out. Who you did not beat out? You did not beat out Ben Gibbard. You did not beat out Claire Holt.
No death cab for Cutie.
Yeah, well, Ben Hibbert and David Depper, both of them, you didn't beat them out. Both of the death cab for Cutie.
Yeah.
And then Claire Holt actually ran a really good time.
Wow.
3:39, which was surprising.
Yeah.
But yeah, there wasn't outside of them, there wasn't really any other major big names that ran it in the celeb. There's a bunch of the reality, like Love Island.
Yeah, Bachelor people.
Reality stars type thing,
yeah.
But I don't know who they are, but yeah.
I've always gotten a kick out of the fact that Ben Gibbard's a marathon runner. I was a big Death Cab for Cutie fan in the early days. So
he didn't run a slow time. He ran a 3:36.
Yeah, no, he's
amazing.
He's a serious runner for sure. I like it. I like him.
Who's the guy? He used to be the host for Catfish.
Oh, Neve Schulman.
Yeah, because he's a big runner too. He usually does New York every year, but I didn't see anything on him.
Yeah,
this year.
So he ran it, but he ran with Achilles International, so he was leading. I forget which athlete. It was either somebody with a visual impairment or physical impairment.
Did you see anybody with a camera crew and e-bikes going around on the race?
Oddly enough, no. And I felt like my race experience was not as good because of that.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So I was actually in an influencer's video for 2 seconds, and I was actually running. So I forget who it was, but she was filming. She was like a race recap, and you see me in the background, like looking strong. I was like, that had to have been an early mile because.
Well, you need to stitch it and then put a pause and put an arrow right
the
there
whole-
Yeah,
on the screen.
it's me.
That's me.
I know. Yeah, because somebody sent it to me. They're like, "This is you, right?" I was like, "Yup, yup."
Oh, that's awesome. Kipchoge. You did not beat Kipchoge.
I know. It's only because he started before me. But he was. I was actually really impressed with him because he was one of the ones that pulled back. It seemed like everybody struggled after the Queensboro. Like mile 15, 16, people started to struggle.
Well, I mean, and you say it's only because he started before you. I have a hunch it might have something to do with this time of 2 hours and 14 minutes. But
I was actually going to say that it's probably that new aerodynamic technology shirt that he was wearing.
that could be it too.
Maybe,
That had, like,
only
sleeve
reason.
for some reason.
Yeah. How crazy is it that he pulled back to a 17th place finish and a 2:14 time at the age of 41?
Dude's
Yeah.
the GOAT. I mean, he's the GOAT.
Yeah. And I thought it was really cool that he went for his 6th star so he could feel like what a 6-star finisher feels like. It was just, I don't know. We're like, oh, he's the GOAT. He's the best runner. He's literally a human. He was so excited to get a 6-star medal. He's like, you know what? I'm just going to run New York. Like,
And that's kind of, I think that's evident in what he's been doing, right? Like not just here in New York, but the past week or so. We talked about a little bit offline, but he's got that app that he's launching, and he's already said that he's going to do the 7 continents thing next year. So he's he's kind of going. He's earned his right to do these kind of novelty things. He's there's nothing left for him to prove. So,
well, and let's be clear, he's still, even though he hasn't publicly said it, like he's still earning something to do these races. Like he has a sponsor, that's doing this. Like, why not? 41, for all intents and purposes, is still young. Like it's
right.
It might be masters running, but he still has running in him.
Yeah. And I like that he's trying. I think one of his slogans is to unite the world. And I'm like, heck yeah, dude, do it. Because I feel like so many people try to unite runners, and it's through influencing. No, he's actually getting out and doing something.
If you didn't take notice, it was Kenya that took the top 3 men and Kenya that took the top 3 women in the marathon.
Amazing.
Yeah, Kenya ran the show this year for sure. We did have, and I didn't get the name, there was a guy from St. Paul, Minnesota that was in the top 10.
Yeah, he was 4th.
No, he wasn't 4th. I think he was 7th. 7th or 8th.
Guy that not sponsored, full-time job guy that
guy.
I know he was very quick, but I didn't see what place that dude got.
Yeah, I didn't recognize the name at all. It wasn't something that stood out, but he still ran. It was like a 2:12 or something.
Yeah.
He did, yeah. He has a full-time job in sports.
Yeah. And then there was an 18-year-old that debuted, and he ran a 2:18? And he was from Los Angeles.
Amazing.
No,
We've been talking about how that could be, that could very well become Kiptum.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. But he was he hit the marathon scene earlier than we're used to seeing a lot of these athletes hit it at 23, 24 years old. So a lot, we've talked about it on here. A lot of people start out with the shorter distances, especially in their college years. But then when they get older and they start to lose that speed is when they make the jump to the marathon. But the marathon's becoming so popular right now that I'm not surprised that we're seeing some younger kids jump straight to it and going for it.
I wonder if starting the marathon at a high level at a younger age will result in not having the longevity of a running career.
I would say absolutely. There's there is the fact that, technology has come so far in nutrition and sports aid and sports nutrition and all that, that, it's kind of hard to tell with that kind of evolving landscape, especially when you bring AI into the equation too. Like, but I would, in today's world, yes, absolutely, that will break them down faster.
100%.
Because I mean, not that there's anything against like how hard like 5 and 10K runners are running, but at the end of the day, they're just not putting in the same kind of miles.
Yep.
So that it would have to take a different kind of toll on somebody,
and especially for the high level. There's the casual runners, and I consider myself the casual runner, where I'm not doing 120 miles consistently a week like these elite runners are, right? But those 18-year-olds that are running a 218, I guaranteed you, he did that running triple digits through his training. And to do that, for 20 years, your body's going to scream at you no matter how good the technology is. You're going to get screamed at by your body at some point in time.
And I think that's a good point, right? Like, yes, it's cool to see these younger kids kind of jumping into the marathon sooner, but don't do it because like your favorite influencer's doing it, right? Like, do it to have fun and build everything in the right way. And I think that's one of the most dangerous things right now with the influencer community is so many people making what's very hard and very difficult like seem absolutely normal. Example, New York City Marathon, the guy who ran it backwards, right? Like ran it backwards the night before the race and then ran it frontwards with his girlfriend or whatever during the race. Is it impressive? Is it an impressive physical feat that he did that? Absolutely. The man is a beast. No denying that. But that is not safe. Like, you're out running all night long in New York City, the opposite way of the marathon. You're not, there's no crowd control, no traffic control, no nothing.
Yep.
It's just not safe. And I don't want people to see that guy and then think, oh, I'm going to go do that in Chicago next year. Like, no. Like, please don't. Yeah. And you understand, this guy probably also, he's a pretty successful influencer. He probably had like a full complement of people watching his back and helping him navigate the course overnight. So that's just things to take into account there. Like, don't let all these influencer gimmicks or whatever they're doing make you think that that's the next feat that you have to accomplish.
I agree. I know a couple influencers who ran the New York City Marathon on very minimal training, and they were runner influencers. I was like, dang. And now Runna has an affiliate program where anybody can sign up for it and anybody can call themselves running experts. And that is when you have injuries happen. That's when you have really bad information being spread. So
and that's the whole influencer community, right? Like, anybody can get online and start sharing whatever they want.
Right. Exactly.
And again, is it impressive that somebody was able to train and do a marathon on minimal training? Yes.
Yeah.
But it's not smart and it's not safe.
On that note, guys, sort of affiliated with this, Japan, or maybe it was China. Japan or China, and I'll have to confirm which one, recently created a new law for TikTok in their country, where any person that is talking about a subject matter on their TikTok, they have to hold a degree or a certificate in that subject in order to do that. Otherwise, they will be fined.
That sounds like China. Wow. China's that's always been the complaint, right? Like TikTok in America is completely different than TikTok in China. TikTok in China is all education and good positive stuff. And over here in America, we got flossing and AI memes right now, which I'm guilty of myself.
But I kind of like that. Like, I kind of don't. Because there are some people that are absolutely knowledgeable in that field that don't hold a degree, that don't hold a certificate. Chase, for example, is not a certified coach, but I would trust Chase as a coach any day of the week.
Right.
So, but then there are people on here that have no business giving certain running advice that do, right? And that goes for any subject, but we're talking about running. So I kind of like it. Maybe there's a looser way to do that, down the road. Or maybe you've taken some sort of exam to prove that you know what you're talking about, something along those lines. But I just thought that was neat when that just recently happened a couple days ago.
Yeah, that's where I like the apps that are putting out like the community notes type, at the community fact checking kind of things. Like you're somebody's like, hey, this guy's right, but there's a caveat here. Like there's another thing involved with that. So take this with a grain of salt. But
yeah.
But yes, like I said, you just don't do what you see influencers do just because they're doing it.
And we do it. I know I've been guilty of, I don't want to say guilty because I do preface my message when I say it. Like if I'm saying something that's medical advice, I'll say, listen, I'm not a doctor. This is just my experience, blah, blah, blah. Like I always preface my message with that. Like I'm not a nutritionist, but this is what works for me.
Yeah.
And those kind of things. So, it was pretty
and there's and I say a lot of things too that are they come across as maybe elitist or making me sound like I feel like I'm better, but it's not that. It's just that I've been running for so long that running a 5K for me is not it's not a feat that I find impressive. I could go out tomorrow if I didn't run for the last month and be able to run a 5K. That's just because I can do that. Everybody's got their different goals.
Yep. I agree. One final New York trivia fact, guys. How old do you think the oldest runner was that completed it?
I saw a dude in his
87.
How old?
Yeah.
Would you say 87?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Older.
92.
91. 91 years
Wow.
old. Now, he did it in a time of, it was over 7 hours. What was it? Yeah, it was like 7 hours and 16 minutes or something along those lines.
That is extremely impressive.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty neat. 91. And he's from Japan. And then the youngest runner is the one I was telling you about that's from LA, the 18-year-old that debuted and ran the 218. 91 years old, though.
That's so impressive.
I hope I'm doing that when I'm 91.
If I can run a marathon at 91 years old, that'd be
I would
be really nice.
Do it. Yeah.
Again, who knows? Technology's come a long way.
Yeah.
Well, Chase, you're training for you got one coming up here.
Yeah, Monumentals this weekend.
Ooh.
So, not real confident about it, but basically, like my training block, I planned it around my honeymoon trip to Greece, which was a few weeks ago. So I planned that week. I knew I wasn't going to run a lot that week, but what I didn't take into account was how crazy my work schedule was whenever I got back. So I just it's been hard getting the miles in, but I had a good workout on the track this evening, ran some miles at marathon pace and felt pretty comfortable. So we'll see what happens.
Is it Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday. Yeah. Monumental's on Saturday. Yeah.
Because I'm looking at the weather, and there's actually a big difference between Saturday's weather and Sunday's weather. Saturday is a low of 41, high of 58, partly cloudy, no rain.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday, the low of 28, with a high of 50 with a 70% chance of rain. So,
wow.
Yeah, you're running on a good day, for sure.
And those two weather forecasts are the only two possibilities for the Indianapolis Monumental. You guys got some nice weather the last couple of years.
Yeah.
But other than that, it is 35 and super windy, like gonna blow you down windy, or 18 degrees, real feel of -5. Like, it's like that race has two forecasts. It's either nice or death.
Yeah, I mean, and that's part of the reason why it's in my, like I say, top 3 marathons, was because the weather was so perfect the day I ran. It was cold. Like, I was cold going outside and waiting for the race to start. But once I appreciated it a half mile in, like, it was fantastic. So, but yeah, I'm glad you're running Saturday and not Sunday, because Sunday was pretty miserable. So,
Hopefully that
actually, your
forecast
sandwich
holds
the day
out.
before, Friday, it's not cold, but it's rain all day. So you got rain all day Friday, perfect day Sunday, it looks like, or Saturday, and then Sunday looks horrible. So hopefully it doesn't switch, or, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, right? Hopefully that holds up for me.
Yeah.
And
I
then,
have a weird question. So I hate when people ask what my time goal is for races. What is one of your non-time goals for the race?
have fun.
High five Darth Vader. You gotta high five Darth Vader.
High
Oh my
five
gosh,
Darth
please
Vader.
do. Please do. Mile 6. I know exact whole crew of them. Mile 6. Just go down the line.
Yeah, I'm pretty. I have fun in the Mass Ave area, so that's kind of that range.
I actually have a runner friend here. She's a twin. Her name's Aisha. She's running it. She's actually originally from Indianapolis, but she lives here in Florida now. But she's going up there to run it. She was asking me for some tips, and I was sending her some of the TikTok clips and stuff where we talked about it.
You should tell her. Is she staying like the weekend?
Oh yeah, I imagine she has friends and family there. But
okay, Allie Brettnacher, the Finish Lines and Milestones podcast. She's doing a live podcast with her coach, which is Lindsay Hine. I'm not real familiar with her, but I think she's a kind of a bigger coach in the community. But they're going to be doing a live podcast recording. I want to go to it, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to stay. It's going to be at 4:00 on Saturday, the day of the marathon. So, but yeah, I'll send you the information for that if you want to share it with her.
Shoot it over to me.
Yeah. And then that's, like I said, I'm going to try to make it over there, but I will go ahead and do that quick plug for Allie real quick. It's Finish Lines and Milestones podcast. I was on there. That episode aired probably a couple weeks ago. But yeah, it should be a lot of fun. They're doing a live podcast. We know how difficult that can be, right? so good luck on that, Allie. I'm going to try to make it. So I'm sure it'll be a good time.
Well, and it's funny, we've never mentioned it before, but when I first met Chase in person, the first time I met him was in Indianapolis for the Monumental Marathon. But I met him, and 2 things I learned about him. Number 1, Chase is silly. He did jumping jacks for like some candy prize at the race expo. I remember that. And I have video of it too. It's on one of my TikTok videos. And then I learned that Chase's pre-race meal is a burger. Usually, 9 times out of 10. And he went and had a burger. He invited me to a burger, and I thought he was crazy. I was like, no, I don't want a burger before my race. And it worked for him because he beat me in the marathon.
I might need to change it because it's been I locked that in after I ran my PR in the marathon, which has been like 5 years ago now almost. So I might need to change that, but I mean, at the end of the day, I love a good cheeseburger. So even no matter when it is.
Yeah. And for the listener, he's not going like McDonald's and getting a burger.
Yeah.
Like, he's getting a good burger at a good joint somewhere.
Yeah, usually. I have settled for like Culver's before.
I've actually never been to a Culver. I know what it is. I've just never been to it.
Butter burgers are pretty decent. They're Wisconsin based. So.
Nice.
If you get their concrete mixer, so that's their ice cream dish. This is my tip to everybody out there. Concrete mixer, you can mix chocolate brownie with salted caramel. It'll change your life.
All right. Well, I'm training for a marathon. I still got some time. December 12th or 13th is when mine is. Since it's here locally, it's the Jacksonville Marathon. But I'm on pace-ish for my goal, which is basically what I did in Indianapolis, 257, 645 pace. And I had a little setback with my training when I had the foot injury, but so far I think it's going to be like right up to the finish kind of deal. Like I'm probably not going to taper as much as I normally would. I'm going to kind of build up into it a little bit more. But I think I have 645s in me, which I'll take because, as you guys know, last year, 2024, was not a good marathon year for me, unfortunately. I ran 2 marathons, Chicago and Boston. Both of them I bombed on. And as a result, I did not qualify for anything for 2026. So everything I'm doing now is to qualify for 2027, with the exception of potentially New York, but that's really hard to qualify for. So we'll see. I did apply for the Chicago lottery, which felt weird because I've never applied for a lottery before. I get FOMO every time I see all the TikTok Chicago meetup parties, and the one time all 3 of us go, we don't get to do the big one. We did one. We did get together, but it wasn't the big hosted one that we normally get to do.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm like, dang it.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't really, you bring that up, and I really hadn't thought about that because, like, I wasn't impressed by Chicago. I was like, I finished and I was just like, meh. But yeah, not getting to go to Billy's party is kind of a bummer. So, granted, I'm only
There's
4
still
hours
time to
away, so I
apply.
could probably just drive up and hang out.
You got to qualify in time. There's still time to apply.
Is the lottery still open?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you have till the 7th or 8th. You still got like 3 or 4 more days. And then they do the drawing December 11th.
Oh, okay.
Carolyn got in first try on her lottery.
First and third.
First and third? Okay.
Yeah, I've run it 3 times. Yeah. 10 out of 10 would recommend. I do know that it is way harder to get into these days, but I feel like everybody I know that has applied like for at least 3 or 4 times is like, oh, I've gotten at least one of those times.
I know
So
a ton of people here that apply and don't get picked.
yeah.
Every year I hear about it. Like I'll see it all over Facebook posts on our local running pages here.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I won't be super disappointed if I don't because it's a lottery and I didn't.
Right.
You know, it was a last minute decision to apply for it. If I get in, great. I'm really doing it so I can go to Billy's party.
Right.
That's the main reason. So,
yeah.
Yeah, if I get in and then for some reason that party gets canceled, I'm not going. I'll go.
Just defer. Yeah. Just defer.
It's not gonna happen.
Never mind, not worth it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I am trying to get into New York, so like the minimum time there is 2:55. Obviously, we need a pretty good, I think 7-minute buffer was last year, but we'll see. I'm honestly like, maybe it's because I haven't done one in a while, and Chicago I wasn't impressed with, but I'm kind of like losing my my drive to want to do all the majors. And I saw somebody post something recently about how, and granted it was, clickbait, but they were talking about how big majors are done. Small town marathons are where it's at. And while I don't agree with that 100%, I think that he did have a point in saying, like, you get a little bit more space there. You don't have to worry about the crowds, especially if you're trying to run a goal time, right? Like you get one of those smaller marathons and that could be a lot better. But I don't know that I'd want to run a small town marathon because, I do like scenery too, but there's a lot of good marathons out there. So if I don't get into New York, then, there's another opportunity to do something else.
Yeah, I feel like every state has one like marquee marathon. It's a big marathon. Like it's not a major, it's a big marathon.
Yeah.
Some on my bucket list is I want to do Big Sur. I think that would be awesome to do. I want to do Grandma's, right? Yeah, I want to do CIM. Like I'm very familiar with CIM. I've just never ran the actual race.
Yeah.
The one that I highly recommend people to do that is not a big one, it's a small one, but it's a fun one, is the Jack and Jill Marathon Series. They do one there's one in Idaho and one in outside of Seattle. But those ones are fun. They're downhill marathons. I mean, but they're fantastic marathons too.
Mm-hmm. I'm signed up for Mesa Marathon in Arizona.
Oh, that's a fun one.
That's what I've heard, and I've heard it's a mid-sized marathon. There's like maybe 10,000 runners.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you don't get hit with a buffer because it's like 900 feet of elevation loss.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a fun one. Fast.
Does that one meet the Boston?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it is all downhill. Like I remember, I only ran the half marathon there, but it was very much downhill. And if you look at the elevation, the first half of the marathon is even steeper. So it's very much a downhill marathon, but a lot of fun and a great after party. That's where I met Billy. That's where I met Billy because he was doing his vacations in Arizona a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Him and his daughter were there. That's just a really fun race. I met Coach Alicia there. Actually, that was the second time I'd met her. I met her in Grandma's. But Mesa's just a lot of fun. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, perfect. Well, I'm signed up for that. I might defer because I don't know if I can do another marathon for a while, just because New York was a lot. But
so you signed up for Mesa in February?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a pretty quick turnaround. But.
And it's cool. That's really cool too, because you can defer to 2027, but their parent company is Big Sur. There's a couple Rebel races that parent company is over, and then of course you can defer to anything in 2027. So I've got options.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I'd like to get out to Mesa again. My brother still lives out there in Phoenix, so
nice.
So yeah, I would really like to do that one again.
That actually reminds me, as of today, I signed up so I run for First Place Sports. Chase, I took you to one of our locations when you were here. And they put out a thing today. They have a race. It's a relay race called Coast to Coast here in Florida, and it's a 260-mile race. And they're paying for us to do it. On is sponsoring us to do it. And so they're going to deck us out in all their gear. Our team is sponsored by On already, but they're sponsoring us kind of separately for this race. So I signed up, and it's November 20th. So there'll be 10 of us. I don't know who the other 9 runners are yet. I haven't seen the list of the people that have opted to sign up. 3 days. It'll be Thursday, Friday, Saturday. The race starts Friday. And doing the 260-mile coast-to-coast race, which I used to do the Ragnars all the time, so I'm familiar with like the setup. But I'm excited about that. The only thing that makes me nervous is they said it's a trail. A trail in Florida can mean anything. It could be a bike path, trail, sidewalk, whatever. But that word scares me, especially in Florida. So,
Well, good luck with that.
Right.
I saw Morgan McDonald left on Cloud this past week.
Who did?
Morgan McDonald. He's a distance athlete out of Australia or New Zealand, one of the two. But he ran for Wisconsin, won national championship a couple times.
Biggest name for On Cloud, Garden and Goose.
Oh,
probably. Yeah. Somebody for them debuted in the marathon at New York. I can't remember who it was though. It was one of their.
I saw that.
One of their distance runners.
One of the. No. Nobody at the podium wore Ons, right?
No, it wasn't in the podium, but like somebody. I mean, they had a pretty decent marathon debut. It was like 2:13, 2:14, something like that.
Oh, amazing.
Not a professional distance runner, but
yeah,
still debuted.
I've been racing lately the Cloud Strikes. That's what I'm going to do my marathon in too. Is the Cloud Strikes. So now that I got the right fit and changed out the laces.
So Jake, I actually did a thing.
What'd you do?
I bought a pair.
Don't say Brooks.
Nike Streak Fly 2.
Did you?
I did.
Did you try? Have you ran in them legitimately yet?
I did a pretty deep dive into them because obviously they don't have like the horn, that little horn thing that they had in the first one. They went with more of a design that they have like on their dragonfly spike, so it's more of like a plate. So, and the reason I did is because I'm going to Japan again here in a couple weeks to represent my company in an Ikeden race over there, and which is like it's 2 kilometers, so do the math, however far that is. But I also heard that they changed the course a little bit to where there is some gravel and some grass. So my original plan was to wear my marathon shoes, which are the Asics Metaspeed Sky Tokyo, whatever one this year is. And then I was going to wear those over there, but those are 40 stack. And if I'm running on gravel or grass or something, and I hit something uneven, I don't really want to be wearing those. So I did a lot of research on them, and I still wasn't really thrilled about it, but they seemed like the best option as like a lower stack racer for me to try out.
Well, and for those that don't know, they're listening. Like it's a far cry difference from the Vaporflies or the Alpha Flies. Like it's 100% designed for the 5K and the 10K. Like that's what it's built for. It uses a different style of plate too. It's called a fly plate, which is different than the plate that's used in the
Vaporfly.
Because it's lighter. So this is a significantly lighter shoe as well too.
Mm-hmm.
My biggest problem that I had with it, at least on their first rendition, was I felt everything on that run. I felt every little pebble, every little groove in the road. It was the ZoomX foam that they used was, I don't know if it was too thin or just, it felt like they had been worn already for a year and had 250 miles on them, and should be daily trainers, not racers for the 5K. And I hated it. Couldn't stand it. So I don't know, but again, I haven't tried on the Street Fly 2s. I haven't tested them out. I don't hate the idea of testing it. Like I do
I'll let you know how they go. It might end in disaster, but I also might take both those and the Metaspeed Skies to Japan with me, and then see what the course looks like.
Did you get, because they have 2 colorways, did you get the bright orange ones?
I did not. I got the Obsidian one. It's actually not out yet. It's got purple and green tones to it, so it's very Jokerish, like my OG Vaporflies back there. They got like the green and the purple.
What do you wear for your marathon, Carolyn?
I wore the Hoka Cielo X1 2.0s.
You went to Hoka's, okay.
I did. I actually went to a running store to get fitted for them. And I told the person that I needed more of an energy return. And the Alpha Flies did not give that to me like I wanted them to. And I literally tried on 5 or 6 super shoes. So Hoka was perfect. Like no pain during the race.
And would you, recommend them?
Yeah, 100%. But if you're a heel striker, they will not work for you. Like I'm a midfoot, so they were perfect.
They're pretty heavy, aren't they? I thought that's why I hadn't.
First Hoka Cielos were heavy. These were extremely light, like extremely light.
The next shoe that
7.4, that's pretty good.
Yeah, not bad at all.
39 mil. 46 in the heel. 46 to 39, 7 mil drop. So they would not be legal for professional athletes to wear.
That's why okay, so I was actually curious because I was like, why are no Hoka athletes, like, why does it never make the podium? But that makes sense because it's not legal.
Nope.
Ah, dang.
They were probably wearing the Rocket X's.
I didn't like the Rocket X's.
So I'm running in the Mach X's right now.
Okay.
As my long run shoe.
Okay.
And I think that it's the Rocket X 3s.
Okay.
And I think it's a great long run shoe. I don't know that I would race in it. It's still 7.4 ounces, so it's pretty close to the Cielos.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't feel I don't feel comfortable getting up in the paces with those. Like anything, marathon pace feels okay, but anything faster than that, it's not really comfortable.
Makes sense.
So the new Nike Vomero Premiums, the super cushion, super thick shoe, like a cross between like a Hoka Clifton and what you would hear as a typical. Why does your bubble keep popping up next to your head?
Throwing up it keeps seeing my thumb. And
I've seen it a couple times.
Yeah.
At first, I thought I was imagining it. I was like, "There's a bubble."
We need to turn that off in Riverside or something.
The listeners are going, "What are they talking about?" The viewers know what I'm talking about.
You can't see if you're not watching on YouTube, then, or if you're not watching, you can watch on Spotify too.
But yeah, the Nike Vomero Premiums. Hearing nothing but they're not racing shoes. They're not even tempo shoes. They're daily trainers. But I'm hearing amazing things about them. I'm hearing the term cloud shoes. I'm hearing astronaut shoes. Like running on clouds. They're, I haven't worn them, but they are going to be most likely my next purchase because I'm due for some more trainers at this point. I normally go with the Novas, the Nova Blast series for trainers, but I think I'm in
Pegasus Premium. Is that like a full length Air pocket there?
It's read up on it. Like it's a lot to do to really like read it all on a podcast. But
you said the Vomero Premium, right?
Vomero Premium. So there's like the Vomero 18s, which is the newest. But you gotta get the Vomero.
I love the Vomero 18s.
Yeah, you want the Vomero Premiums. It looks like it has two air pockets.
Vomero Plus, is that right?
What's that?
Is it Vomero Plus?
There should be the Nike Vomero Premium.
There is a plus and then a premium. It looks
they don't have an image of the premium on Running Warehouse right now. Not available at this time, but they're right above the Street Fly 2s.
Which we need to, you gotta redo a Disney race in those puppies. You gotta redeem yourself, man.
I'm not doing dopey in them. Like, come on, that'd just be dopey.
Well, yeah, yeah. Actually,
or I guess I could do it, and that'd be my influencer thing, right? Like,
well, and Carolyn, I just thought another good reason you should not be doing your February marathon is because in March you're doing the Gate River Run with us.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm deferring Mesa to 2027.
That's all right. I might end up Mesa in 2027. Sounds like a pretty good time.
Yeah. Listen, and it'll give you enough time. Like I want a year off from the marathon. Like I'm tired. I am so tired. So
that's what I said this year. So just remember.
Yeah, I remember Chase. You're like, I'm gonna take some time off. I'm not gonna train consistently. Blah blah.
Now all of a sudden I've ran 2 this year.
Yeah.
Or I'm getting ready to run 2 this year.
We breezed over one important event that took place here, guys. Chase went on a little vacation, and he went to quite possibly every runner's dream. He went to Greece. And
every runner's dream.
I think so. Well, that's where I always say Greece is where it started.
Mm-hmm.
Where it started. So
I actually bought a game. And I haven't seen it since we got home. I've thought about this a couple times now, but I bought a game called Marathon, and it's a running game. You run from Marathon to Athens or whatever. But yeah, I actually bought a game that was themed after it.
Like a board game? It's
like a board game. So again, I haven't seen it since we got back, so I have no idea where it's at. Maybe my wife unpacked it, but I'll have to get it out. And
Do you go like 26 different spots in the game?
I didn't actually open it up yet, so again, not sure I'm hoping it didn't get lost in the luggage or something, but
yeah, I could see I don't know, I'm just imagining like you land on the black space, like, got hit by the Black Plague, and go back to
right.
Places, or
This is where Philippides died.
Attacked by the Roman army. Please,
right.
Don't pass go.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's a pretty cool trip. I mean, that's just a gorgeous country, and I wouldn't call myself like a history buff, but when I go to a place like that, like that's the most like jaw-dropping thing to me is like I'm looking at a stone, right? That's been there for 3,000 years. That's been there for 5,000 years. Like, what in the...
That's so cool.
I'm just like, So it was a very cool experience. You know, we were in Athens for a couple days, got to go to Acropolis and the Parthenon. So that was a really good time. And then we spent a couple days over on the island of Santorini. So just more gorgeous sunset views and just phenomenal.
Yeah, and I'm the same way, Chase. Obviously, I've never been to Greece, but if I had gone and I had gone to, say, the arena, I would do exactly what you did. Like, I would go sit on a stone and be like, man, 5,000 years ago, some Roman Catholic, high priest probably sat on this exact same stone watching people duke it out in this arena. Like, how cool is that? Just think that.
It is. I mean, it's really, it's crazy. Like, like I said, I think that about like stuff when I'm here in the United States, right? Like we've still got like a pretty rich history, and our country's only a couple hundred years old. Then you go over there, and it's like this has been here for thousands of years.
Yeah.
Like, and in Japan too, you know, I go over there and I learn about that history, and it's just like it's so far outdates what we have in our culture here that it's just so cool to think about, and it just blows my mind every time. The concentration camp that I went to in Germany, even though that's not hundreds and thousands of years old, but that's still like an important integral part of history there, and it just makes you think about all the things that have happened right where you're standing.
I think the freakiest / surreal moment I had is when I did my first Alcatraz tour. Off of San Francisco, and you do the tour and you get to you go into a cell and you got the little headphones on that are telling you the history of it. I'm like, dude, there's more people died in this cell, and I'm standing here in it. Like, this is crazy.
So yeah. Not so much like depressing stuff like that with Greece. It was a lot of worshiping gods and learning how like they went from like worshiping gods to like not worshiping gods, but still keeping them as like really important parts of their history and how they live. So it's really cool.
Did you run any of the original marathon route?
No.
Better get back there, Chase.
I didn't run in Athens.
I was about to say, head back, bud.
I didn't run in Athens at all. I ran in Santorini once. So
the trip was a waste.
You had one job to do, Chase. And
I told you, I never actually planned to run on my vacation. Like, that was built into my marathon training plan. I knew I was gonna, that's vacation. That is my anniversary. I am not gonna be doing much running. I left it open for a possibility.
Well, you got a day in. That was cool. Yeah. A little jealous. Like I said, Greece is definitely on my bucket list.
Now, I will say that I think this is the first country that I've really been to where I can't flush my toilet paper. I don't think I could live like that. Again, don't have to go live there. Great place to visit. Very beautiful country, but I don't like that. That's something that I've been doing for 40 years of my life, and now you tell me I got to throw it in a trash can?
So we have a house. We have a house in Thailand.
I'm just so privileged.
One of my favorite stories. So we have a house in Thailand. We pre-COVID, we went to Thailand often. Like we're going again this February, but one of the funniest things when you go to public restrooms in a lot of places in Thailand, what it is it's a hole in the ground, and they have like foot rests for you to like put your feet on, and you squat, and that you do your duty right there. And then there's usually, if you're in a nice public restroom, there's like some sort of bidet type of thing. But if you're in like 7-Eleven is all over in Thailand. If you're in a 7-Eleven, it's a water hose that's next to you. Or there's like just a bin of water with a bucket. Like you scoop it up and splash yourself. But what I remember, we went to this buffet in this restaurant. And I went into the restroom and they had regular toilets there, which I was so excited about. But when you go into the stall, there's signs above each toilet that shows a picture of a guy standing on the toilet seat squatting, and it has a big circle with an X around him saying, "Don't do this." Like, don't stand on the toilet seat and squat. You're supposed to sit. Sit and do it. And I just remember seeing that going, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. I took a picture of it somewhere on my phone too. I still have it. My favorite thing. They had to teach you how to use the toilet. Things we take for granted, I guess. I don't know.
I know, right? The things you take for granted. It really is. Like, it's kind of wild, but so we're an hour in. What did we miss? Did we miss anything? Did we forget to talk about anything?
We talked about our marathons, talked about New York, a lot of it. Threw in a Gate River. Hey, we're meeting up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to work on convincing you guys over the next 3 days to apply for the lottery for Chicago. Chase, you don't need to apply for the lottery. You just need to apply. And let's get into Chicago next year together too.
I don't know if I can do that.
If anything, Chase, just go hang out.
I might.
Go to Billy's thing and maybe be a supporter at the race if me and or Carolyn are running that race.
Sure.
Maybe. I've always wanted to do that more often, but I never do.
I want you to follow wherever Matt Choi goes if he's not running. I want you to be next to him. And however loud he is, I expect you to be louder.
Or like put your sign in his face. It'll be good.
You know, I don't know. Maybe I've excommunicated him enough on the platform. I haven't seen Matt Choi in a while. You guys still get his content?
I blocked him, so I don't know.
I do.
See, but I didn't block him. That's the weird thing. Is like I haven't blocked him on anything, and I just don't. He just doesn't come across my feed anymore.
So oddly enough, fun fact, I had my first, I think, true viral video on Instagram. Right now I'm at close to 70,000 views on it.
Nice.
And ever since that video, I've been seeing a ton of Matt Choi stuff pop up on my feed.
I literally get on Instagram just to make sure I don't have any missing messages, because that's how a couple people message me, like solely. But then you
guys know
I can't tell you the last time I scrolled through Instagram.
Yeah, I never really highlight Instagram. Like I have less than 1,000 followers on there. Nothing major.
It's just very, like, to me, and this is just a me thing, so it's not meant to be a diss on Instagram, but like the people on there are very like foo-foo, sunshine and rainbows, like kissing unicorns type thing, and everything's a good time. And I'm just like, no, you guys are living a fantasy. So like, I just don't relate to Instagram.
Yep. Quick question before we go, guys. Daylight savings time. How are you guys nighttime runners or morning runners? And how are you adjusting to running in the dark or running in the light now?
Chase runs at 4 a.m. I run at 4 p.m. So you have like the opposite
running in the dark no matter what.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Typically, it wouldn't change. Now, I am working like a weird split shift this week. You guys know that because I'm getting ready to go back into work after we log off here. Yay! But I am working that shift this week. So I was on the track tonight at like 6 o'clock, and yeah, it was getting dark. It was dark by the time I was done. 6:30, 6:45, something like that.
Yeah, I did a 10-mile run tonight, and I finished at 6:04, and it was almost dark out.
Yeah.
Which is weird. So, now I just run whenever I can. I don't have like only night times or only mornings. I run whenever my daughter allows me to run at this point. But
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Have you guys seen the new Oakley Meta glasses or whatever that people, some of the influencers have been getting a hold of?
Mm-mm.
So like a couple of them that I've seen, it's hilarious. Like the views that they're getting, the footage that they're getting, very good, very crisp, very clear, very awesome footage. But then if you see them actually like running with them on, they're totally running like they're an anime character, like with their arms behind, because they're trying not to get their arms in the way of their footage. So they're all running like this with their arms like way out here, or like not swinging their arms, and it looks hilarious.
It's like I was going to say, it's like they're a video game character.
It does. It looks like totally looks like they're an anime character. It's hilarious.
I have seen some of the videos where their arms are in the shot, and it literally does look like a first-person shooter game. Like Halo is what I think of, where he's like running. I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool, I guess. Well, I actually appreciate that. I think it's kind of neat.
Yeah. No, I thought so too. And then, like I said, I thought the footage was really good, and then I saw a video of somebody running behind their friend who also had them on, and oh man, it was funny. Also, real quick plug: me and Jake both got accepted into Alter Ego Ambassador Club again this year. This is I'm throwing this one out. This is my OG Alter Ego Ambassador hat that had the patch and everything. I really liked this thing they were doing with the patches, but yeah, me and Jake Alter Ego again for another year.
I bought this at the Alter Ego 10-mile race expo.
Yeah.
And this is actually the first time I wore it. I just took the sticker off right before we started filming. I bought it because that was in October, and it was pink for October breast cancer awareness. And for you guys know, but for the listener, my wife is a breast cancer survivor, so I always do something pink for her in October. So this was my pink purchase.
Very nice. I do got some new hats on the way for myself too, since
they should be coming. Me and Chase locked up a couple things. Carolyn, I'm a little bummed you didn't apply for it this year.
I am scaling back my ambassadorships.
Yeah, we thought that cool women's hat would really sell you.
Yeah, but y'all have a discount, and I can.
I mean, you can use our discount. That's fine. Yeah. You can use our discount.
I'll use the discount.
I guarantee you would have gotten in. And then when they do their virtual race series, because they do a virtual race thing where you choose your distances, you're gonna place in one of them, and you're gonna get more free gear, and then you're gonna get more discounts. The one advantage I have over like Chase is I live local to where they're ordered, and they do a lot of in-person events here that I attend, i.e. the 10-mile race is one of them.
Yeah.
So I have an opportunity to kind of get my hands on some gear firsthand, which is kind of neat, before it hits the online store.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say enough about their hats, man. Just the best hats on the market, man.
I think I have another one right here. Just sitting right here.
Oh, that's cool. They're reflective. Is it reflective?
I redid my wall over there and pretty recently, and yeah. And I've got another pile over here on the floor that I'm gonna get rid of because I've got too many.
Nice.
I would like to find it'd be cool if I could donate them to some kind of thing that is does something with hats, hats for humanity or whatever there is. I don't know what there is out there, but if anybody's got any ideas or knows of anything, please go ahead and shoot me a message. That'd be really cool. I'd like to donate them to a good cause.
I know a lot of shoe places, like shoe donation things that you can. Yeah, I haven't heard of anything for hats. I'm sure there's something out there. But...
I'm sure there's something. I'm sure I could do a Google search and figure it out. But yeah, 1 hour and 8 minutes in. I think it's a good time to call it. Carolyn, would you like to tell everybody where they can find us?
Yes. You can find us on Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all at RunTok Live. You can email us at runtalklive@gmail.com. Let's see. You can find us at the Gate River Run in March, right? Yes, March. You can find me on Instagram at Carolyn M. Levinway or TikTok at Carolyn McDuff. Chase, where can people find you?
I'm on all the platforms as Chaser No Pacer. You can usually find me if you search that name. You can also find me at the Indianapolis Monumental Marathon this weekend, and possibly at the Finish Lines and Milestones live podcast recording that afternoon. But if you can't catch me there, catch my episode with Allie that aired a couple weeks ago. Jake, what about you?
You can find me on TikTok and currently being a little bit more active on Instagram at The Cultural Runner on both platforms. That was by request by some local runners, so I'm trying to be more active on Instagram.
What you do is you look at those people and you say, no, you got to come to where I am.
Yeah, we'll see. But then it worked. Then I posted my first video and it went viral. So it was pretty well my first video in a while, I should say. But yeah, guys. And then, like Carolyn said, we're all going to be at Gate, and we all got some marathons coming up. Come find us. If you see us, don't be shy. And hopefully you appreciate what we're putting out for you guys.
Yep. If you like it, make sure you're sharing it. That'd go a long way for us. And of course, say hi, leave us a message, drop us an email anytime. This has been another great episode of Run Talk Live, episode 61. Hope you all enjoyed it. Deuces.